My fiancée requested some distance, then went on a beach trip with her ex, funded by my money. I sold her car and changed the locks before she returned. Here's the full story, Reddit. I was engaged until my fiancée abruptly said she needed space. I honored her wish. Days later, a friend sent me photos of her vacationing with her ex. I stayed silent and took action. By the time she came back, her key no longer worked, her car was gone, and she was out of my life. Let me explain how it all unfolded, starting from the beginning. I'm a 29-year-old guy running a custom motorcycle shop in Farrah, Arizona. The business brings in decent money, not lavish, but enough to live comfortably. I've been working hard since I was 20. After years of 60-hour weeks, I finally got the shop fully established last year. It started with just me in a small garage leased from a retiring mechanic. Now I employ 4 full-time staff and have built a reputation for some of the finest custom work in the Southwest. This success didn't come easy. To build my funds, I saved every penny from working at other shops, took evening business management courses, and lived in a tiny studio apartment for 3 years. Walking into my shop each morning, knowing every tool, bolt, and inch of the place exists because of my effort, is incredibly rewarding. I've never been one for extravagant spending. My dad saw his brother lose everything in a brutal divorce in the 90s. House, savings, even his small business, liquidated to cover the settlement. From early on, my father drilled into me the value of financial independence. Luke, create your own safety net, because no one else will, he'd say. That advice was a lifesaver. I still remember buying my first quality tool set. Dad came to my apartment, saw me arranging my shiny new wrenches, and gave a nod. Smart purchase. Tools earn you money, toys don't. Then he helped me build a custom storage rack for them using leftover wood from his garage. That's my dad. Practical wisdom, backed by practical help. I bought my apartment 3 years ago when the market was soft. Most of my income goes into investments in the shop. The only exceptions to my frugal lifestyle are my Ducati Monster, a sleek black bike with a custom exhaust that roars like a symphony of mechanics, and my dog Max, a 3-year-old German Shepherd I've had since he was a pup. Max often comes to the shop where customers love him. He'll sit by my office, occasionally greeting people with a tennis ball in his mouth. Max and I have the most consistent relationship in my life. No drama, no complaints about late nights, just pure loyalty. He's just as happy running trails with me as he is lying at my feet while I sketch engine designs. My fiancée, Aretha, 27, and I had been together for 2 years, engaged for 6 months. Our wedding was set for this fall, with deposits already paid for the venue, catering, and other details. She moved into my apartment after our first year together. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. She had her career, I had my shop, and we had a future mapped out. Meeting Aretha felt like destiny at first. We connected through a mutual friend at a housewarming party. She was gorgeous, perfectly styled blonde hair and a commanding presence that drew every eye in the room. She was sharp, too, always knowing what to say to clients and how to charm a crowd. Our early dates were flawless. She seemed genuinely curious about my business, asking smart questions and laughing at my quips. Looking back, I missed several warning signs. She'd make snide comments about my friends, calling them basic for liking sports or gaming. She once called my best friend Tristan's place a bachelor disaster because of his gaming setup and big TV. Tristan never warmed to her. He thought she gave off entitled vibes and noticed how she changed her demeanor depending on who she was around. Watch how she speaks to a waiter versus your landlord, he'd say. 2 different people. I brushed it off, thinking she was just socially versatile. Guys do that sometimes. We see what we want to see. When a woman who could grace a magazine cover shows interest, we ignore the red flags, basic male wiring glitch. But I overlooked it all, thinking we were rock solid. The chemistry was great, she looked perfect at business events, and I believed I'd found the one.